driving sales through incoming calls. I want to make sure that everybody's viewing this message as, hey, this is the last time I'm going to hear about this before summer, and I need to make sure I'm doing it properly, and that I've got 2 months to implement these tips to get really good at it. Because if you hear it talk and you don't implement it, then you're never going to get good at it. Yes? Okay. So let's get it, then let's implement it. We've got 2 months to get good at it. So I also want to challenge you as when you're doing your own appointments and you call for coaching calls, to think about the things that your manager do and don't do so you can help them as well, okay? Like if let's say Christina does a demo and calls in and hypothetically Jeremiah's answering calls, I think that she should do everything just normal, right? And then take notes on the things Jeremiah didn't do, and then at the end of the call say, hey, here's some things that could help improve. Make sense? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so we all want to help each other become better versions of ourselves. So there should be, so the handouts are coming around, okay? And I've almost spelled it out for you with this document. So let's do this. Does everyone have a handout? Raise your hand if you do not have a handout. All right. So just pay attention. She's printing them off right now for you. Okay. All right. So first thing, I have phone calls forwarded, right? So I am whatever. I'm a branch. I'm assistant manager, whatever. Okay. And calls are forwarded to me. Now, I don't care what system that you use this summer. Brent is teaching me about some new thing called Sideline. We use Google Voice. It doesn't really matter to me. There needs to be one management line where you can click a button and it goes to someone else when you're running training or you're in an interview. Make sense? But whoever has calls forwarded, right? So like on a Monday, who has calls forwarded in our office? Who's me? All right. Will has calls on Monday. So here's what needs to happen. The first thing when you have calls forwarded is that you need to get organized and get ready for your day. So it says at the beginning of an incoming call shift, to the right of that, I would write, get organized. This ain't rocket science. So I roll out of bed, I stretch, I do a yoga move possibly. Not me. Maybe you do, right? And then the first thing you do is it says, make a daily demo tracker. Joe, you took Kaylee's stuff, man. Give her a paper back. So, you make a daily demo tracker. Now, I have copies for you that you can take, and it's got a little grid with 100 boxes on it. In the fall and spring, you probably have 10 demos at the most. So I would just organize them by timing of when the demos are. So I go on this magical thing called WebPDI where it's got all of their demo times, okay? And then I write, Chris has an appointment at 11 a.m. Daniela has one at 11:30 a.m. Issa has one at 3 p.m. E-Man at 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Whatever. But they're in order by the timing. I would write that down. It doesn't say that in there. It says make a daily demo tracker. If it's this fall and spring, I would do it by timing. Okay? If it's the summer, then I don't. And I just write Kyle and I draw an arrow, and write 9 o'clock, 10:30, 12 o'clock, 1:30. Because it's bam all day. But fall, spring, if there's only 7 demos, I can write them by the timing, fold up the little piece of paper, put it in my pocket. I can go to the beach and hang out, and when my phone rings, bam, go for it. Now, the reason that they need to be ordered by the timing is because if an hour and a half has passed, your job is to call that rep. Understand that. It's not let me sit around, and if they don't call me, oh, well, right? You're the manager in charge of managing all of the demos for that day, right? So don't drop the ball. Right? So make your daily demo. Then have it on a clipboard. So it says get a clipboard. Okay? Now, if I'm on campus and walking around and stuff, then maybe I just keep my little piece of paper, right? In the summertime, I would have a clipboard. On that clipboard, it says DDT. That's daily demo tracker. So that's all of the appointment times for that day. Payment plans. You'll have a staple payment plan packet. So that way, when you're on the phone with someone, my customer's on a budget, right? Then you can pull it out. Hey, that's only $22 a week. Ask for you can swing $22 a week. You need to have the daily demo or the payment plans, a price list. You don't know all the prices to every single thing. How much is a garden trowel?
No idea.
Exactly. Neither do I. Right? That's why I have a price list. Right? Now, also, you can get them on your phone. right? On and then just save it into like your library thing. Y'all are probably more or your bookshelf thing, whatever. And then have all the prices right there. Are you with me? So it looks like a bookshelf. You know what I'm talking about. Now, so it gives you all the prices. Okay, the discount sheet. So where you have like the discount sheet for all the sets, where you have like the homemaker that's like whatever $12.73, and now you can sell it for $1,009, right? But you want to have that paper so you can say, oh, so she's looking at a homemaker, it's a little out of her budget, and you flip to your discount sheet. Hey, ask her if I could save her, if I could get it to her for $1,009. Hey, on a 5-pan, it's only 50-something bucks. I can save her $273. Ask her if she would go ahead and get that. You wouldn't know that if you didn't have that paper. You need to have that paper with you. Okay, and DMs, you need to make sure AMs have the papers with them, right? And then, it says PDI notes. Don't worry about that. I mean, that would just be anything on web PDI. Okay, then, so I woke up. I did my yoga move. I made my daily demo tracker. Okay, I got my clipboard ready. So then I go on Google Voice or whatever sideline, and you click the calls and make sure they go to you. So you click the calls to you. I wouldn't just click the calls to me. What I would put beside that is I would call up someone in the office, like I'd call up Jeremiah and say, hey, call the management line so I can see if it goes to me. Like, check it. Make sense? How many times have you had someone say, oh, I called the number, but no one answered, blah, blah, blah. Well, that means that you didn't check it. Do you see what I'm saying? How many times have people say, oh, I typed in web PDI, but wasn't it? Well, because you didn't double check your work, right? You always double check, right? As a professional, double check. Okay? So I'd write check the phone line, after number 3. All right. Is everybody good with at the beginning of your shift what you need to do? Yes, yes?
Yep.
Are you not, Kyle? Yep, okay. All right. Now, so how do you answer the phone? So now my phone rings. So let's say E-Man calls me, right? So I don't care how you do it. I'm just going to give you like a couple of examples. So ring, ring, ring. Hey, Fast Start Hotline, things are freaking... E-Man's in this Fast Start, by the way. Things are freaking rocking. Hey, your training class is dropping bombs. Elizabeth already got her first touchdown. Issa got a Siggy. Christina dropped an ultimate. This is Trey. Who is this?
E-Man.
E-Man, what's up, buddy? Are you on an appointment right now?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. What are you selling?
Kitchen.
Hey, ooh. How do you even know what that is? You're in your Fast Start. Hey, you mean like a kitchen headset? Is that what you're talking about?
Kitchenette.
Oh, a little kitchenette. All right. That's how you answer the phone. What did y'all get from that little quick brief thing there? Energy.
You gotta be on that level with everybody else.
Okay, many things. Fantastic. Okay, it shows me y'all are freaking. Oh, y'all are going to be great this summer. All right. 1, answer with energy. Okay. 2, you spit off all of the hot things. You should literally on your daily demo tracking sheet, you write down what the CPO of each kid anyways, right? And then if you want, you can just make an ongoing hot list, right? Chris sold an ultimate. Christina sold this. Kyle sold this, right? Kyle sold this. Whatever. And then you spit it all off at the beginning of the phone call. Is everybody with me here? Yes, yes?
Yep.
Okay. Now, so what does that say? Everybody's selling. I'm not going to spit off the kid that had a no sell and got no Rex. You see what I'm saying? Okay? But you want to have your list. So you answer the phone with energy. I don't care if you say Fast Start Hotline, Homemaker Hotline, right? O-Town Beatdown, we're selling knives. I don't care what it is, right? But it needs to be something with energy that's exciting. Your kid should literally want to hang up the phone and call back just to hear you do it again. Seriously, right? I remember when I was a rep, right, in Larry's office, I would freaking love it when Larry answered the phone. I would call just to hear him answer the phone. I might just call to say I just booked the demo, wanted you to know, because I want to hear him spit all the hot news and get all jacked. Make sense? So you want to make sure that you're bringing that. Now, what if you're laid back and reserved? Okay. Well, from a 1 to 10, your energy level is a 4, then be it a 6 when you answer the phone. They'll notice, right? So get fired up and answer the phone with energy and excitement, right? The definition of a sale is a transfer of enthusiasm from one person to the other. And your reps will be your enthusiasm level -2. And if they're at a -2, then the customer is going to be 2 below that. When they convey it, like the whole telephone game, it's always less and less and less, and they're at a -4. You create that. So you need to get excited. And don't be too cool for school, right? Oh, I'm afraid to get excited. We're in sales, buddy. Okay? Sales and management. Okay? So then you read off the hot list. You smear the proof. Okay? And then, like Kaylee mentioned, assuming the sale. I don't say, are you with the customer? Oh, what are they looking at? No, oh, you're with a customer? Awesome. What are you selling? What are you selling? Because that's what we do. It is a sales job. We sell knives. If you read the manual to HM3s, you will sell. Period. The kids should understand that when you're answering the phone. Okay? So, and then it says, so if they're calling on a demo, give a deal, right? So, and I'm going to break it down more in depth in a minute. Okay? If they're calling after, so understand this. If they're calling on the appointment, my job is to make sure that kid makes a sale, that he sells as much as humanly possible. You have to be good at selling so you can be closing those kids. Your district managers are way better than you will ever be until you're close to their level at selling. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a CSP. I don't give a crap who you are. Brent closes freaking 50 sales a day as a district manager in the summertime. Are y'all doing 50 demos? You personally? No, of course not, right? As a branch, you're going to get so good at freaking closing because you're closing all your kids' deals, right? And we have 2 seconds to build rapport with the customer, right? Hey, is this Aunt Susie? Hey, Aunt Susie, I'm Trey. Christina's freaking awesome. I love working with her. She told me that you were looking at this and this, right? Okay, but mine is just a little bit tight. Yeah, definitely Cutco's expensive, but I do want you to know that it's worth every single penny. Let me tell you what I can do with the family and friend discount. Okay, and by the way, my mom felt like it was expensive as well. Okay, but what she found is when we found something that fit her budget, that she freaking loved it. She's been using it for literally 19 years now, and her life would be dramatically different if she was still using wood handles. So she said you were looking at the kitchen tool set and whatever, the galley. Just so you know, normally we give about $100, no more than $200 worth of stuff away for free with the galley set. But if you were really interested in it, what I could do is I could give you the kitchen tool set for free. It's about a $280 gift. Okay? It would really help out Christina with her fast art contest. It'd really help her a lot. Okay? And I guarantee you that you will love this set. Just so you know, it's only $50 a week. Okay? So it's like a mani pedi. Do you feel like you could swing that? Hey, if you can, I'll give you the block for free, free shipping, free cutting board, free sharpener, and the $280 kitchen tool set as well. And it really help out your needs. So do you feel like you can make that happen? You feel comfortable with that? Right? Are you kidding me? I'm a freaking closer, right? Because that's what I do, right? That's what you do now. Make sense? Don't be that lame kid talking about, here's the shoes free. You should be talking to the customer and closing the sale for them. If it's a virtual demo, I want them to three-way me. I want to close that sale. Your kids cannot sell like you can. You should close the sale. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, your job is to speak to the customer and close the sale. Their job is to listen until they get it, and you want it to be on speakerphone, and then they hear it so many times, and then they become studs, right? And then they don't need you holding the hand anymore, right? It's hold the little baby's hand, and then eventually they can cross the street by themselves. Make sense? Yes?
Yes.
All right. So if they call, then you give the deal, and you close the sale for them. If they call on the demo. If they call after the demo, it's all about managing emotions. We are emotion managers. What are we?
Emotion.
I'll say it all soft, like we're like on a couch on therapy. Okay? What are we?
Emotion managers.
That's what we are. Okay? So when the little baby had a nose down, he feels like poo-poo, or she feels like poo-poo, what do we say? Do we say, gosh, you loser, you're not a closer? You think we would do that? No. Hey, you challenge the champions, and you encourage the discouraged. If you didn't ever hear that before, or you don't think about that every time you coach people, I would write that on this paper. Challenge the champions. Right? If Alyssa calls me and says, I sold a galley, I'd be like, dang, what the heck happened, girl? Hey, you didn't even get a homie? What's going on? What did they say? Let me give you some tips. Okay? Hey, on your next appointment, can we go big? I would say something like that to her because she's a 15K fast order, right? If I have another person in the room, right, that's at $100 in sales, and they sold a cutting board, I'd be like, that is awesome. Great job on your sale, buddy. Hey, it feels good filling out an order form, doesn't it? Hey, is it okay if I give you a tip real quick to help yourself from double the edges? You see the difference? One sold 800, and I was like, that's whack. And one sold 25, I'm like, high five, let's do cartwheels. You see? It's all about managing the emotions. Challenge the champions, encourage the discouraged. Okay? Manage those emotions. Everybody's emotional. All of you are emotional. I've managed, think about all the emotions I've coached y'all through. If you're in my office. Are you with me? Okay? All of you too, so don't think you're the only one. I can literally go through. Right? Will's probably like the only one that I haven't like coached through some like emotional stuff probably. Hey, now, anyways, so you need to be more emotional with me, buddy. Yeah. Now, all right, but the biggest thing, one of the most important parts of the entire phone call is step number 5. It says send into what? Action. You are lame as heck if every time you talk to someone, you don't get them on the phone. If that's the only thing you do this summer, if this is the only thing you do this freaking summer, is every time you talk to someone, you say, can you make 5 phone calls and call me right back? You will crush things. Get them on the phone. Send them into action. Oh, you sold a tremor? Awesome. What are you doing for the next 10 minutes? Can you make 5 phone calls real quick and call me back? All right, awesome. Oh, you just got 20 recommendations? Did you make sure that they're all MARTC'd? Yes. Did they all get a text message? Okay, great. They just got a text message. I want you to text them all right now and say, hey, this is Trey. I'm Susie's friend. I didn't want to call it a bad time. When's a good time to reach you? And let's see how many people respond back. And then you can, if you can get 1 or 2 demos booked up from that right there, okay, that's awesome. Your bank account, you just went negative an appointment because you just completed it. We need to at least recap it and gain it back to where we started from. We need to replace the demo we just did. Maybe I get that verbiage down. Replace the demo you just did. Replace the demo you just did. All that you do is get everybody on the phone at the end. You're gonna drive sales. That's what this talk should be. Instead of incoming calls, it should be called driving sales. All right. Rep calls on the demo. All right, so are we all good with stuff 1 through 5? Get excited. Have your hot list. What are you selling? Assuming the sale. Either work out a good deal and you close the sale and you speak to the customer, or you manage their emotions. And it says give a tip, by the way. I want you to change a and above it write 1, just to make sure that we're over communicating here. It's not give 2 tips. It's give 1 tip. 1 tip. Why do I not want to give 2 or 3 tips?
You want to overwhelm them.
Right, because you're going to complicate things. If you try to chase 2 birds, you end up with 0. Right? If I try to give them tips on recommendations and selling, they're going to implement none. I would just fix the one problem that I feel is the most important, fix that one, and then on the next appointment, I'll give a different tip. At the end, here's how you know if you did a good coaching call. At the end of it, and it's not, in coaching call, I don't care if it's between 3 and 5, or in the summer between 8:30 and 10:30, or whatever time, 8 to 10, whatever it is, okay? A coaching call is anytime I talk to you and coach you. You see what I'm saying? You know you did a good job when they say thank you at the end of the call. Hey, thanks, Kaylee. I really appreciate the tips. Bam. That means I provide value. If they don't say thank you at the end, you did a crappy call. I'm just going to let you know right now. Okay? So just remember that, right? Do they say thank you? If not, did you really bring it? Or were you like rushing things? And by the way, you're going to be busy. You're always going to be busy, specifically in the summer. But you got to realize you can only do one thing at a time. So focus on that one thing, right? So that's so freaking important, right? So, for example, that fast starter that just called, that Daniela referenced, right? I knew I had about 3 minutes or so until Joe got done, right? And by the way, just to recap things, I recapped Joe's talk. I know that he already stressed those things to you. I wanted you to hear it from me too. What's funny is I heard none of his talk. I was literally back there getting other stuff done, right? Hey, and the fact that we speak the same language should tell you something there, by the way, okay? But I knew I had 3 to 5 minutes until Joe was done, right? I wanted to take that call, okay? I knew that he was stalling for about 2 minutes, but at the end of the day, I'm going to take that call, I'm going to crush things, right? Help manage that kid's emotions, right? And then Daniela takes over, I come in here. But I'm not going to shortchange something, right, because there's another meeting going on, right? There's going to be 8 million things going on at all times. My point, if I'm going to answer the phone, then I'm going to do the entire call like nothing else in the world matters except that kid. That's such an important thing, especially with your generation, with your phones and all this social media stuff, right? But when I'm at a PC, I'm literally focused only on that kid. My phone is literally upside down, so I can't even see it, because if it was facing up and I saw a text, then my brain's like, ooh, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? You see what I'm saying? And then I'm not giving it to Chris, right? So you always want to make sure that you give your undivided attention to the one task at hand. Does that make sense, yes or no? Okay? All right, cool. Let's keep going. And until then, I'm going to need time. Timing, or you can give it to me too. Okay? You're not the MC, girl. Now, all right, so rep calls are an appointment. All right, so they're with a customer, so we're all under closing customers thing. Okay, so rep calls, ask for a deal, right? You want to be stingy with the points. Now, here's how you do this. So you want to add a little something to this, okay? So, Elizabeth, okay, so you're calling me, you're with a customer, and you're down to 4 pieces. Are you with me? Mm-hmm. Okay, I already answered, all fired up. I said, what are you selling? Go.
My aunt is looking at a 4-piece special.
Okay, what are the 4 things?
Trimmer, petite carver, chef's knife, paring knife.
Okay, automatically, what are y'all going to get for free? Paring knife, because it's the least expensive, right? Now, but I want to ask a question, though. So, okay, now, Elizabeth, first of all, can your customer hear me right now? Like, am I on speakerphone?
No, you're not.
Okay, so she can't hear me right now?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so say yes if you think she's going to buy no matter what. Okay, and say no if you think we have to give the house away to make the sale.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, great. Now, so what I would do is this. Okay, I would have her buy those 4 pieces, and I would add up the prices. That comes to whatever, $312. Okay, and then what I would tell her, hey, is that you're going to give her. Let's go. I want you to go through the accessories and find something that's around $50, and let her know that you're going to give her that as a free gift. Okay. So you could either give her 3 cutting boards, right? The small, medium, and large. You could give her a vegetable peeler, okay? You could give her a spatula spreader, okay? Something that's around $50, no more than $70 is a free gift, and that will be an awesome deal for her. Cool? All right, so here's what the price is. Here's exactly what the payment would be, the monthly payment, and that's how much it is per week. Okay, so tell her, hey, guess what, Aunt Susie, it's time to go shopping for free, baby. Okay, so let's pick out $50 to $70 worth of free stuff. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, awesome. Call me back after you make your sale, and make sure that we get at least 20 recommendations, Elizabeth. Here's the deal. Elizabeth, real quick, it's your aunt, okay? How many contacts do you think she has in her entire cell phone?
Probably like 200.
200, okay? I would tell her right now, if she can get you 100 recommendations, okay, that we will also give her an additional $50 in free stuff. Okay? So don't be happy with 20. Okay? 20 is what we get from people we don't know. Okay? When it's Aunt Susie, we should get 100. So let's go large on recommendations. All right, cool. Call me back and let me know how many recs you got. And let me know your CPO when you get done entering your order online. Talk to you later. See. All right, that was a freaking awesome call. Okay? Now, so what were the 2 things that you should write down? Can your customer hear me? Well, that's important, right? Because here's the deal. I had kids that didn't want to call the office because every time they called the office, we give the most amount of bonus points away as possible because the manager didn't ask, are they going to buy no matter what? So my sharp kids didn't even want to call the office because they knew the manager would make them give away more than they wanted to, and they wanted to keep their CPO. Do you understand? Right? Have y'all ever called the office and you're like, what's the best deal or whatever when you knew it? And they're like, give the freaking ultimate for free. And you're like, dude, I only needed to give a high five for free. You see what I'm saying? Okay? So my point is that you need to ask that information, right? Can they hear me? Say yes if they're going to buy no matter what. Say no if you think I have to give away the house to make the sale. And now I know what to give away. Does that make sense to everybody, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, do you see how important that is? Right? If I could save each kid just 50 CPO over the course of a whole week, and you have 20 kids on your team, what's that? 1,000 CPO. As a branch, that's $150 extra in your pocket, but more importantly, how much money it is in your people's pocket. If they're at 30%, that's an extra $30 each week, which may not seem like a lot to you, but it is to an 18-year-old. Well, I guess how some of y'all are. But y'all are used to making money now. You know what I mean? Okay? So, anyway, so customers, can you hear me? Yes or no thing. Okay? Now, the rep calls for a great deal. All right? So one thing that we teach in our training, that we're supposed to be teaching in our training, is that when they call, we have code. Right? Where it's like when you call, okay, and it's like a close family member or friend, someone that you want to give the house away for free, I want you to call and say, I'm with my Aunt Susie. I love her, and I want to give her the family discount. I have them use the word love versus like. That's code that we teach them on the second day of training before they leave, right? Like means, hey, let's not give a bunch of stuff away for free. Love means, even though they are going to buy no matter what, it's my mom, and I want to give her a ton of stuff for free. Does everyone understand? Yes or no? Okay? But if you don't teach that in training, then this will be irrelevant here, right? Love or like. Basically, tell me, do you want to give the house away or not? Okay? Every time that they call, it should be this literally right here. The regular price is blank. Like, you add up all the stuff they like. Regular price, blank. We do a visual on day 2 of training so they see what their paper should look like. Their paper should look just like this. Regular price. Today's price. Savings of. Okay. Whatever. And by the way, we didn't just make Cutco cheaper. We're giving them the trimmer for free. Okay. So when you're entering your order online, you see I'm assuming the sale, right? So when you enter your order online, mark the trimmer for free. That's how we got this price. I'm trying to teach them how we get this down. Do you see what I'm saying? So my job is to teach them so they can do it on their own and they don't need me anymore. That only happens if you're teaching on every single phone call, though, right? Okay, and just because you know it doesn't mean you're good at teaching it. Are you with me? Okay, so Christina Cornett wasn't good at selling, but she was good at teaching. There are other people that are rock star reps that are horrible managers because they're not good at teaching it, right? Or they didn't keep practicing until they got good at teaching it. No one's just naturally good at teaching, by the way, right? Some of you keep practicing and practicing and practicing, right? But then I teach them how to do this. So it'd be like, whatever, blank in, what month are we in? February. So February, blank in March, and blank all the way into April. Okay? And then I have them write, done. Never have to buy. Another knife again. Okay, so let's say in this scenario, hey, the regular price is $312. So Kaylee, do you have pen and paper in front of you, dear? Yes. Okay, perfect. So I want you to literally write regular price. You got that yet? Okay. All right. And beside that, and you see how you just pause? I'm turning it around like a phone call, so I can't see her, but you can't see him on the phone, right? So you pause until they say, okay. So you know they actually wrote it, right? Because if you do this, okay, I thought the regular price is $312. Today's price is $260. That's a savings of $52. We're going to give them the paring knife for free. We'll split it over 3 months, and it's this much each month. There's no way on the face of this planet that she got it. And remember, a confused mind says what? No. What percent of the time?
All the time.
100%. If she's confused, then she's going to be quadruple confused explaining to the customer, I just cost Kaylee the sale because I didn't freaking teach it properly. Do you understand how much you drive sales? You drive everything. You see what I'm saying? Now, so today's price, so below, directly below regular price, I want you to write today's price. Okay? All right. Now, so that is $260. I want you to write today's price is $260.
Okay.
And what that is, Kaylee, this is the family and friend discount. Okay, so I know it's your neighbor. Okay, but I just want you to understand that we are hooking them the heck up. We're literally giving them $52 discount. It's $260. We're giving them a 20% discount. Okay, like imagine if you're shopping and you found some stuff you loved and it was 20% off. I mean, of course they're about to buy. Now, that is a savings of, so right below today's price, write savings of, okay, and then write $52. Now, when you figure out the monthly, just so you don't have to literally do the admin and tax, just divide it by the amount of months and add $5. Raise your hand if you knew that. Half the room? All right, okay. All right, cool, like 70%, good. So 260 divided by 3 is what? 8160, 240, $87, okay? $87. So then I add 5 to that and I get what? 92. So then I'm saying, hey, What I want you to do below that, just write $92 in February. That's all she's putting down is 92. 92 in March. And then 92 all the way into April to make it super affordable. And then right after that, right below that, I want you to write done with an exclamation mark.
Got it.
And then write never have to buy. Never have to buy
Okay.
another knife again with 3 exclamation marks. Okay, never have to buy another knife again. Got it?
Got it.
All right, now Kaylee, in a minute when we hang up the phone, I want you to take that piece of paper. I want you to stick it directly in front of Aunt Susie's face. And I want you to tell her, Aunt Susie, the regular price is $312. Because we're family, I can get it to you for $260. That's about a 20% discount. I'm saving you $52 and giving you the paring knife for free. On top of that discount, I can split over 3 months interest-free, and it's only going to be $92 down. Hey, and then 92 March, 92 April, and then you are done. No more payments. Hey, and then you have 40% of a homemaker set. Hey, and you will literally never have to buy another Walmart knife again. This is going to save you tons of money, and it's really going to help you. And make sure that you stress that last line, Kaylee, when you show Aunt Susie. Make sure you stress it's really going to help me. Okay? And I guarantee she's going to buy. Okay? So, are you ready to make the sale?
Ready.
All right, let's go be a closer. Call me back, let me know your CPO. Bam, and I'm going to talk to them about recommendations again. That is how every single phone call should be written like that. Where it's so funny to the point where after I've closed 5 of their sets, and I even tell them in training, this is literally what I want you to write. I literally have them take a picture of this with their phone so they can see the order it should look at so it's not confusing. Right? And then it will obviously, after 4 or 5 appointments, they already wrote it and are just waiting for you. They already wrote regular price of days, price savings of, and they already wrote down the months. And then I say, but here's how I coach them first weekend. And then I say, so what are you going to write at the bottom after I did the how much is due in April? They say, I know, Trey, done. Never have to buy another knife again. You want it to be like that. You want to be able to program into their heads, right? Okay? And then one of the most important parts of that conversation was not just breaking it down, right? To teach them how to stick it in front of their face and explain it and stress the right words and say, and it'll really help me out. Are you with me? Are y'all with me? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now, and then did you see the coaching on how many recommendations they should be getting? Right? So, how many times have we said that to a fast starter when they're seeing their mom or their Aunt Susie? Right? I bet not very often. Right? And so then what y'all do wrong, right? Because see, what they do, what we do when they're brand new is what they expect is normal. You see what I'm saying? Right? So if we give them a high five because Aunt Susie gave them 10 recommendations, right? I think that they were a bad nephew. If you only got 10 recommendations from your aunt, right? And then we high five them for it. Hey, you got 10 from your aunt that has 200 in her phone. Awesome. High five. That kid will probably never get 20. Do you understand? Y'all with me here? Are y'all feeling me here? Okay? So you got to make sure that we are prepping that. I want kids to get 100. And I will even tell them, hey, by the way, if she does get to 100, it'll take her probably 30 minutes. Cancel your next appointment. Okay? Cancel your next appointment. We'll get them later in your fast start. The 100 recommendations is more important. You need to spell that out for them. They don't know that. They don't understand that yet. Right? Okay? When you're a baby, you think about this second right now. You're not thinking about tomorrow. Hudson doesn't know what he's planning on doing tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? He's worried about playing, with Max right now, our dog. All right? Now, a fast starter doesn't think about tomorrow. Okay? A fast starter doesn't think about anything but right now. Your job is to think for them. Does everyone understand? Yes, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what did you say, 5?
Yeah, it's been later on 5.
Okay. Yeesh. Okay. All right. So everybody gets that. Yes, yes? Now, just so you know, do y'all know the math equation? How much free stuff can you give away without looking at the paper? Right, 20 points for every $100. Okay? The easiest way is just divide by 5. If you want to make your math easy, just write divide by 5. So if it's 362, just take it, divide it by 5. That's the most amount of points that you can give away. Now, maybe, I don't know if your manager ever spelled this out for you, technically, it won't be a problem order unless it's over 30 points for every $100. You could give away a crap load of stuff if you had to hook this kid up to get the sale. So if I'm buying a homemaker that's $1,200, right? So you look at the CPO, it's probably an 1,100 CPO. So I could give away 330 points. That means I could give away the super shears, it's like probably 75 or something. A kitchen tool set that's probably like 150. I'm at 225. I could give away a fishing knife, right? Now I'm at like 300. And I could give away 2 cutting boards on top of that. You see what I'm saying? Like, if I had to make the sale. And when your kids are selling to salespeople, they're going to beat them down and get all that free stuff. Are you with me? But you need to know what you can give. So the max is 30. I might write that down somewhere. The max is 30 points for every 100 CPO. But you don't really ever want to go above 20. So your kids are making good paychecks. Everybody with me? Yes, yes?
Yeah.
Okay? Now, if a kid calls in and they don't call in properly, your job is to fix the habit, right? Okay? So much stuff happens on that first weekend PDI branches and districts, right? All I'm doing is fixing problems. I got the freaking toolkit out. It's fix this, fix that, fix this, fix that, right? And then they're fixed for good, right? So if a kid calls me, what do I mean by calling in properly? What do I mean?
Yeah, I have a customer.
Right? I mean by this. Hey, I'm with a customer, but they can't get anything. It's a no sale. Raise your hand if you've ever had a call like that. They call you like that. And they're in front of the customer. You're like, dude, what's wrong with you? You don't really, but you're thinking it. Right, you're like, boy, it's a good thing you're over that phone. No, I'm just kidding. Now, so you say, whoa. Okay, Issa, you're the role player. Okay, whoa. Issa, is your customer in front of you?
Yeah,
Now, can she hear me right now? Because you definitely don't want to 1 minute reprimand him in front of his freaking mother on speakerphone. Does everyone understand? Now, right? Okay, can your customer hear me right now?
No, she can't.
Okay, Issa. You may want to get some of this. It's being recorded. Just role play Issa, so it could be someone else's. Now, hey, Issa. Okay, so you said she can't hear me. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Hey, Issa, I just want you to know I will never be mad at you for having a no sale. Okay? The only time I'll ever be mad at you if you're seeing unqualified people or not reading the manual or you don't call me on your appointments. Okay? Now, that being said, do you want to make sales?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Do you see how when you call me in front of your customer and you say, hey, I'm with a customer, they can't buy anything, that it's going to be really hard for me to help you make this sale?
Yeah, I see that.
Because you just said that out loud to them. What I want you to do, and trust me, Issa, I've been in that situation 100 times. So if they're like, I just can't buy anything, blah, 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 you want to say, hey, no big deal. Let me just call my manager to find out the best deal. But when you call me, I want you to say, hey, I'm with this customer, hey, and money's kind of tight, right? But these are their favorite pieces. I need a heck of a deal. What's the very, very best deal that you can give me? And now they're going to be more open and receptive to taking the deal. Make sense? Okay.
Yep.
So just from now on, never call me and say, hey, I'm with a customer. They can't buy anything or no sale. Okay. Call me in a positive way, and we'll see what we can do. I might still be able to save the sale right here, but just know moving forward, that'll help your chances. Cool?
Yeah.
All right, great. Hey, ask Aunt Susie what her 3 favorite knives are real quick. All right, cool. And then I'm going to work out a deal. But did you see how I just fixed it? If you just fix it the first time, you never have to do it again. Y'all understand? Y'all with me here? Y'all with me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is so freaking fire. Like, I'm glad you guys should listen to this again later. Okay. All right. Not in an arrogant way, I'm just saying. All right. So, closing the rep. Okay. All right. Kay, can you hear me? What's her name? Okay. How do you know her? What's she looking at? Okay. Now, look. We're all different here. Okay. But if it's literally their Aunt Susie, I'm literally going to call her Aunt Susie. Now, maybe you say Miss Susie. Whatever you feel comfortable with. Doesn't matter. Right? But you want to be on speakerphone and you want to close that sale for the rep. Okay, we've already kind of gone over this, so I don't need to spend too much time. Hey, Aunt Susie. So we're on the second little white bullet there under closing the sale. Hey, Aunt Susie, how are you? Hey, great. So Christina told me that you were interested in blank. Okay. Now, what I would do is it says build up the rep. You always want to build up the rep. Hey, I love working with Christina. It's her second day on the job. She's already gotten 2 pay raises. Hey, she's, just wonderful. I love working with her. Hey, now she told me that you were interested in blank. you always want to build up the kid or build up the nephew or build up the whoever it was to them, the rep to them. Okay, told me you were interested in this. Now, just so you understand, Cutco is expensive, but it's worth every penny. See, you need to say that because they don't have the confidence to say that when they're a freaking, heck, 3K reps don't even have the confidence to say that. Are you with me? You need to say that, right? Hey, Cutco is expensive. You know it's always money. Obviously, that's a reason. If it was $1, everybody would buy it, right? So it is worth every single penny. I personally have customers that I've run into customers that have had them 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Hey, just so you know, Aunt Susie, there is nothing else in your home that'll be working perfectly 30 years from now besides these knives. Okay? It'll save you so much money in the long run. Hey, blah, 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 so I can get it down to you for this much. This is the best deal possible. Are you interested in trying that out today? Just so you know, it's only this much down. I make the rep write it down. I make them write all that, the regular price, today's price savings of. Hey, and I even kind of like close the sale for the rep. So do you feel like that's something that you'd feel comfortable doing? Okay, awesome. Congratulations. Christina, high five your aunt real quick. Hey, welcome to the Cutco family. You are going to love your freaking knives. Hey, Christina, watch the seed plant. Hey, since it's your aunt, make sure you get at least 20 recommendations. Okay, I mean, normal people we don't even know give us 10. Okay, all right, cool. Make sure you get a ton. Close that sale. Aunt Susie, lots of recommendations. Okay, you just got a heck of a deal. All right, cool. Talk to you soon. See you.
So you do that on speakerphone?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. You should close every sale. Your reps will sell twice as much if you close every sale. Don't freaking tell them, do it yourself. Okay. Interested in a homemaker? Y'all can read that. If they say it's too much, okay, right, y'all can read that. All right, when they call after the demo, okay? What time is this supposed to be done, my message here?
1.
All right, fantastic. Now, at least my opening comments was 10 minutes less. I'm back to even now. All right. If a rep calls after the demo, right, you always update everything in this magical thing called Web PDI. I'm not going to pull it up for time's sake. Now, so I update it. Okay, why is that important? So you can tell them where they're at for the day. It already magically adds the two numbers together. If this is their second sale, it adds it up, and then you just type in the number, and then it magically adds it up for you, and you say, hey, cool. Just so you know, you're at 780. You're only 220 away from a grand day. You have one more appointment. Make sure that if they're only looking at a starter set, you don't give a lot of stuff away for free, so you make sure you have a grand day. 220 is your number. 220 is your magical number. No way could you do that without Web PDI. That could end up with a $999 day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. So get the CPO, how many recommendations? And I want everyone to circle number of recs the customer texted. Number of recs texted. Hey, Jenna, I do want you to hear this one part, dear. Okay, I know who took Web PDI calls based on the data. Okay, so, for example, Marcos. Okay, yeah, I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see it. Bam. See, the person who took calls Friday didn't ask how many were texted because it says 114 CPO, no recs. 100% of the time when I take phone calls, okay, it'll say, oh, let's just say hypothetically it was 10. Then that's what it says. Oh, so you got 114 CPO, 10 recs. Hey, and did you get them all texted? Okay, so all 10 of them got the text message. Okay, awesome. Those are going to be really easy to book up in the future. Always texted. You have to keep pounding in people's heads what you want repeated. If they're brand new and they're fast start, we're not making sure that they get texted, then guess what? They will never, ever get on the program until I have to pound it in their heads at SC1. You see what I'm saying? It's just easier to get kids on the right path at the beginning, and then they just stay on the right path, right? So every single appointment, CPO recommendations texted. There should be 3 numbers you collect every single time. Every single time. I've tracked over 10,000 phone calls during pushes, right? Okay, and the kids that don't text, okay, they're at 3 calls or 3 speak to 3 people to get 1 book. The other kids are at 1.7. What that means is they can make 50% less calls to get booked up. What are the only things kids hate? The phone. right? So if I can cut their phone in half by getting them into the simple right habits when they're brand new, well, this right here will revolutionize their career. Does that make sense to everybody, right? So if you're not getting them texted every single time, then you need to get on the program, right? All right. That right there should have been a light bulb moment, okay? Hopefully it was a light bulb moment, okay? So we need to make sure that we're on the right page there, okay? Shape their mindset, right? Basically, encourage the discouraged, challenge the champions, okay? And for the one tip, guys, okay, I'm just going to give them a tip on one step above what they did. If they had a no sale, then I'm going to give a tip on how to sell a knife or two, how to lock in the first call special. If they sold a buy three, get one free special, then I'm going to give them tips on selling starter sets. Right? If they sold a starter set, I'm going to give them tips on a homemaker. If they sold a homemaker, I'm going to give them tips on an ulti or how to upgrade through accessories. Does everyone understand that? Right? I'm not going to give them a tip on how to sell a homemaker if the kid had a no sale. Right? Because they're shaping. They're not going to sell what they don't believe that they can sell. Hey, I can't take a rep's mind from here to there on one phone call. Right? I can take it from here to here. And on the next one, I can take it from here to here, and then here to here, and then here to here. But you have to understand that part with managing and coaching people, okay? So you give them one tip on how to step up, okay? If the rep does not call in, and by the way, we're waiting on our sandwiches anyway, so you want to find out how far away she is. Yeah. Well, then I might as well talk for 10 minutes, right? Because we literally are waiting on our sandwiches, right? Well, in that case, we can kick our feet up and do this thing. Now, all right, if a rep does not call, and we're going to have a discussion on it in a minute, okay? But if a rep doesn't call, what do we need to do? If they don't call in an appointment, it's called a what? What reprimand? A what?
1 minute.
1 minute reprimand, right? So you don't crush their soul, but you want to make sure that they understand why does it benefit them to call? That's what you want to get down. Whiffed. What's in it for them? Every conversation, whether it's a reprimand, hey, or it's a whatever, all they care about is what's in it for them. They don't care about your team. When I'm a brand new fast starter, all I care about is me winning lots of prizes and getting pay raises. That's just what it is, right? So you need to show me how me not calling hurt me and my paycheck. You see what I'm saying? So if someone doesn't call, CJ didn't call me on the appointment. Hey CJ, hey buddy, it's 11 a.m. You had a 9 o'clock appointment earlier. Are you still with the lady? Is this just like a really long appointment or what's going on?
Oh, no, I forgot to call you.
Okay. Did y'all feel that long pause?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That is the fear. I would say the fear of God, but that sounds bad. So that is that kid's like, oh man, I'm about to get in trouble. Okay, let's role play that one more time. Okay. Now, are you still on your 9 o'clock appointment?
Oh, no, I forgot to give you a call after I finished.
Okay. All right. So CJ, let me just make sure I understand this. So you did an appointment, yes or no?
Yes.
Did you read like a 1 to 10? A 10, I read every single word in the manual. 1, I didn't even open it. I just winged it and went for it. What would you rank yourself, truthfully and honestly? If you're not honest with me, I can't help you improve.
Like a 7.
7. Okay. Do you have your white manual nearby?
Yeah.
Hey, can you flip the page? Was it 12 where it's the buy 3 get 1 free?
Yeah.
Can you flip to page 12 in your manual for me, please, sir?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, it's X'd out. And what does it say? Big as heck. It takes literally half the page up, and it's highlighted and underlined and circled and starred. What does it say? Call who?
The office.
Call the office. So you decided not to do that. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Now, just so I can understand, why did you not call the office? Just so I can, understand the situation.
Oh, the customer said they didn't really want to buy anything, so.
Okay, got ya. Now, and I knew he was going to say that. 100% of the time they say that. Okay, gotcha. He's a great role player. He's managed some people before. Now, okay, here's my question. Did your customer like the product? Did they like Cutco?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, or they definitely liked it. They liked the product, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So they liked it. If you left it with them, do you think that they would like use the product, or do you think they'd use their Walmart knives? Okay. Okay. All right. So they like it and they'd use it. The main thing that held them back is money, right?
Yeah.
So they liked it. They'd use it. The main thing was money, but you didn't call to find out what the discount is. You see how weird that sounds? Right? My customer likes it. They want to buy it. Money is the reason they're not, but I'm not going to take 30 seconds to call my manager to find out the discount. Right? I mean, it's kind of like we didn't do our job right? Now, okay. Well, hey, here's the deal. Out of curiosity, what were they looking at? Okay, and what were the other two? If you read the manual, it said, what are your 4 favorite knives, right?
They also like the paring knife and the butcher's knife.
Okay, out of curiosity, did you tell them if they bought the this, and this, it would be this much? We'd give them this for free, and it would only be this much down, and we'd split over 3 months, so it would be only this much per week. Did you do that? No, of course not, right? So you want to make sure that you call me on every one of your appointments, because when you talk to me, hey, the chances are better that you will make a sale. Now, here's the verbiage that I want you to write down in your manual for the future reference. I want you to say, Miss Jones, you don't have to buy anything, but I do have to call my manager to find out the best deal to verify I did the appointment, whether you get it or not. Okay? So I need to call my manager real quick. Bam. And then you give me a call. I'm going to tell you the best deal. If they don't get it, hey, who cares? At least you did your job. Hey, and you called and you gave them the best deal. Hey, but what I will tell you, CJ, the majority of the time, at least 51% of the time, they will decide to take that deal. Okay? So, bottom line, moving forward, I'm not upset at you, by the way. I'm not upset at you at all. It was your first time. Not a big deal. Okay? But moving forward, if you don't call me on the appointments, it's going to frustrate me, though. Okay? Because if I'm paying you to read, smile, cut, and call, but you don't call, that's like if I paid you to paint my house blue. Amazing analogy. It's like if I paid you to paint my house blue and you painted my house red, should you get paid? No. Well, you did the job, you did the work, but at the end of the day, you didn't do what I paid you to do, right? And I don't want to pay you for base pays, right, when you didn't even call on the appointment. Okay, because I only pay 25% of your base pay. The company pays 75%, and they've been paying me for, almost 19 years now. Okay, and I don't want to like steal from the company and pay you, even though I know you did it. Hey, so just moving forward, I will pay you for that appointment, but moving forward, I need you to make sure you call me on it so I can feel comfortable paying you for those. Does that sound fair? Yep. Okay, so read, smile, cut, call, baby. Okay, and I guarantee we'll make some sales. So here's the deal. So now I need to build them up, right? You always got to end on a high note. I would write that down somewhere. Now it's time to build them up. Hey, brush it off, bro. Shake it off. No sales happen. It's part of the game. Hey, when you do a good job, you'll sell 8 or 9 out of 10, though. So at least your next 4 should be sales. Okay? So freaking listen to your favorite music, jam out on the way to your next appointment, and let's go make sales. All right? Hey, go get them. I'll talk to you soon. Soon. All right. Now, someone can just start slicing everything into, because when there's 20 or more, it's kind of hard. Now, all right. I want to hear what is your feedback on these calls or on all of this that we just went over. So, and then once our sandwiches are sliced, then we're going to eat our lunch together. Okay. Now, I would like to hear from like very, very top people that have done a lot of coaching calls, like Brent, okay, and like Doms and people who have branched specifically, okay, because I feel like that was just like dominated, just so y'all know. Okay. Now, all right, so what? Questions, comments, etc. And then, hey, Daniela, why don't you have someone else do that, and I'm going to have you cut the recording off. All right, let's go, Brent.
The first thing that I noticed, the last thing, really, that I noticed was how you spoke about sending them off in a positive manner. The last thing that, the things that when people think about a call, like the first thing they're going to remember, the only things they remember is the first part of it and the last part of it. He's going to remember, holy crap, super fire, right? Definitely call in on demos. And then they're also going to remember, okay, hey, it was a positive phone